Everybody knows how much I love Zed. I preach it to everybody to at least try once. And I've done multiple videos on how good I think it is over such things as Visual Studio Code and Cursor and all the other kind of LLM model driven IDEs. And they just did something that is really, really great, which is called the edit predictions. And we're going to go quickly through the blog post about how it works. And I'm going to show it off a little bit. And then we can also talk about their brand new model. So as I stated, Zed can now predict the next edit that you want to make with your code bases. And obviously Zed has always been built for speed. It's very minimalistic. It doesn't have a million extensions. It doesn't have a million things to install. And it's probably the best IDE out there if you're into just getting into code and not having to install 1,000 things. So the idea here is as you work, Zed now predicts your next edit. So you can apply them by just hitting tab to speed up code changes. And once you accept that prediction, you can perform multiple follow-ups by just hitting tab repeatedly, and it allows you to save a ton of time. Now, this is free during the public beta, which means it will probably go into their paid tier, which is already available, which has all of their LLMs and things like that. And the idea is really this, which is, as you can see from the video, they are making an edit here. They're changing this to add in a background, and then they can tab to accept any other changes as well as preview those changes. Now, the really cool thing is that they've actually introduced a new open source edit prediction model, which was built on the Gwen 2.5 Coda 7b. It's fully open source, so you can actually look at it, including the data set, so you can go through all of that. I'll leave a link in the description if you want to look at how that works. But let's go and look at how this actually works in code. So let me just go to Zed itself. So here we have some code that I wrote for another demo video, which probably will come out before this video. But here we have essentially a way to verify based upon cost. But maybe we want to change this from a number to an array. And let's say it's an array to accept. And now this has shown up here, jumped edit. So if I hit tab here, it's going to say, hey, you want an array, but we'll put an array with 1. I can hit tab. And as you can see, I can tab again and change this to an array 1. And then I can hit save. And now all the changes have been made. And then if I change this back, for example, let's say, oh no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. We can just hit tab to accept, hit save, and now everything's done. Now, obviously, this is a really small example, but if this was, you know, a giant file that spanned across multiple files, being able to make this change and just hitting tab to get through all of those annoying pieces. But this also works with new code. So if I wanted to make this a reusable piece throughout this entire application, maybe I take this out of this middleware and we put it over here and we call it const results of verification. And as you can see, it already knew what I wanted, but we also need to pass in API key as a string. Let's just change this back to key so that this all matches. And then we also need to add the cost. So we can add cost here and hit save. So now we have a function that we can reuse everywhere. So let's just say const results equals, I was too fast, await for verification, key and cost. So let's accept that. Now we have a bigger problem, which is this error is now something we can't find. So if I start typing, you can see right there that it's saying, hey, it should be a results error. So if we tab to accept that, we've now done multiple spots here. And it's going to tell me I need to update more places. So let's just update those. And also here. And then if we hit save, now all of my code that relied on this original results now is using the brand new verification. And it took just a few tabs. And once it has context on what you're doing, it's super, super fast. So on top of all the great features it already had, it now has a way for you as a developer to move quickly through those large code changes where you're making edits whether that's renaming and then adding in additional features like turning a string into an array, and now you need to fix all of those spots, or you're writing out new functionality into a function that you then need to go and replace inside your files. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure you drop it a like, leave me some comments, and have you tried Zed yet?